Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to a new video. But before we get into it, I would like to take a moment to say thank you to all my channel members whose names are appearing on screen now. If you wish to become a channel member and support the channel, you can do so by clicking the link in the description. The first tier will get your name on screen at the beginning of reaction videos. The second tier will get your name on screen plus access to bi-weekly members only live streams. And the third tier will get you all of that plus a members only video on the weeks where I'm not live streaming. Usually these videos are live updates or get ready with me style videos, but sometimes it's recipes or training things. It depends really. You obviously don't have to become a member to support the channel. Just by simply watching, you are supporting the channel. But if you want to send a super thanks, you can do so too. And you can always comment, like and subscribe if you wish to support the channel further. Now, let's get into the video. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the channel. My name is Leona. I'm also a Chikara Transformations. I'm an online health and fitness coach, and I'm also a bodybuilder. And if you're curious to join my 8-week transformation program, which I call the Phoenix Rising, you can do so. The next round will start, the round with the competition and the check-ins will start on the 16th of January. Or if you want to buy just training plans or training and nutrition plans with some guidance, etc., you can do that too. All the information, well, not all the information, my email is in the description down below. If you email me on that, I can send you out some information and we can go from there. My cat has decided to wake up and she has the zoomies. So yeah, there's that. However, today we are going to be looking at some Tess Holliday. Because I feel like it's been a while and I love me a bit of Tess. I need sometimes some delusion in my life. So let's have a look and see what she has to say. This first TikTok here says, I destroyed my body and now I'm totally disabled because of how hard I pushed and starved my body to lose weight. My doctors just cheered me on. I mean, like, you shouldn't starve yourself. Healthy weight loss should be done without starvation. Which, if you join the Phoenix Rising, you'll probably eat more food than you ever have done. That's one of the feedbacks that I get. Many people that start, they are surprised by the amount of food that they're eating in the beginning and are able to lose weight.
Absolutely breaks my heart, and this is the main reason why I chose to share something very private so publicly.
Oh, about her being anorexic, right? Yeah, I still don't believe she is. I know there's atypical anorexia, but atypical anorexics are basically anorexics that aren't underweight yet. That's basically it. You're not an anorexic if you like being fat and you like to eat on camera, especially, then you're not anorexic.
And this is why I'm so glad that this article came out talking about the importance of the fact that eating disorders can exist, restrictive eating disorders can exist in larger bodied individuals such as myself. It is not popular to talk about these things. I've had so many people say, like, you know, that I'm just talking about this to quote unquote stay relevant. Well, guess what? Still relevant. And
no, you're doing it for controversy and to wind people up, and you know it's absolutely ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous that you sit there being proud of being fat and then claim you're anorexic. It literally goes against being anorexic.
Secondly, this is not something that brands love. This is not something that the general public and sometimes even your own inner circle understands, but we have to talk about it, because if we don't talk about it, nothing will change and nothing will happen. And I'm sending you so much love, and anyone watching with this.
One more.
Sorry about this, just put me off. Your brand even more up to size 18, only showing slim models. This website isn't coming. Stitching coming, facts. Plus size women do not buy skimpy bikinis.
Woman who's like a size 18 or higher comment.
You made me get on TikTok in my pajamas to state the obvious, that plus size women do in fact wear bikinis. They just clearly aren't wearing your bikinis. And the part that really baffles me is you said you're committed to inclusivity, and instead of trying to figure out why plus size consumers aren't buying your bathing suits, your solution is to just stop offering them altogether. It makes a lot more sense just to say that you don't want fat people in your bathing suit. It makes a lot more sense just to say that.
Yeah, well, you can't say that though. Oh, you get cancelled these days. So this is why they only make up to a certain size.
You're not capable of dressing fat bodies, or you're not interested. Also, Australia has one of the biggest populations of plus size folks in the world. So you're missing out on a whole demographic, but you know.
That's just a choice they're making though, isn't it? You don't have to make everybody your customer.
I just did school drop off, so I'm not fully awake, but I'm awake enough to know that as a businesswoman, it's not just business when you are stating things as facts and discriminating against an entire community.
Well, it depends really, doesn't it? Because I imagine that making plus size clothing is very difficult because the shapes and sizes of people over a certain size, it becomes so different. Some are big bosomed, some are big bellied, some are big butted. So it's not like so straightforward to just make clothes for plus size people. So no, actually, probably from the perspective of business, you want to appeal to the largest demographic or to a niche demographic. The point of business is to not make everybody your customer. It's either to appeal to the majority or to appeal to a niche. You can't appeal to everybody. That's not how that works.
And chalking it up to us not buying G-string bikinis, like she said in her video, and saying, I need to go grocery. I just did school drop off, so I'm not fully awake. Us complaining. So that's not just business. I mean, it's bad business for sure. So yeah, maybe you're...
No, it's not bad business at all, because I'm fairly sure that making bikinis for plus sized women is not so straightforward. I don't know, maybe bikini is actually not that hard, to be honest, because it's just some like material in it. You know, it's probably not as hard. But actual clothing is probably very difficult to make for plus size people. So yeah, understandable if you don't want to. You either specialize in making clothing for big women people, or you don't at all, I think.
You're right. I'm also tired of brands blaming the consumers and painting fat people and plus size folks as us being angry constantly. And I just want to know what people would do or how they would feel if this was what they had to experience all the time.
Except you being big. You tacked on fucking 40 pounds.
I'll leave my girl if she gets big. Controversial opinion. I think if you get with somebody and they are a certain way or a certain size or live a certain lifestyle, if over time they change that radically and you kind of remain the same, I think you are within your rights to leave them because they are becoming a different person. You know, if you're not attracted to obese people, you're not attracted to obese people. Same for muscularity. I broke up with a guy that I was together with for like 8 years in my 20s. I mean, for many reasons, but one of it was that I wanted to basically get muscular and he thought it was unattractive. And I wanted to get into bodybuilding. I'm like, well, we're going to have a problem here then anyway. And also I got into bodybuilding and life and health and fitness instead of just getting shit-faced every single weekend, which is fine if that's what you want to do, but I didn't. So I changed radically as a person, and he kind of said the same. So it didn't work in the end. But no, look, people pack on a few pounds, people lose weight, gain weight, that's fine. And we're not talking about a couple of pounds here. But if you go from being like my size to being Tess Holliday size, then yeah, I think you're within your right to leave. I didn't sign up to be married or to be with a partner that's super morbidly obese. I don't find that attractive. You know, it's kind of important that you're attracted to your partner at the end of the day. Like, I'm not super bothered about whether a guy has like a super nice body or not. I like it, don't get me wrong, it's nice, but it's not super important. I find it more important, like, I find other qualities more important, but if a guy suddenly either lost a lot of weight and became like 60 kilos, or gained a lot of weight and became 160, unless he's like a fucking strongman or something and he's just giant and buff, then that's one thing. But if it's like fat, 160 kilos, then yeah, like, we're gonna have issues, that's for sure.
And you expect me to just love you?
Yeah, that's literally what we expect. When you're in a relationship and you care about somebody, I clearly would expect them to care about me. I mean, it's kind of wild.
Whenever I see her full body, her legs and her knees look fucking painful. How, I just do not believe that she is not in pain. Just standing like that. Just look how awkward that looks.
Wild.
I feel like, in a way, I feel sorry for her because I just can't imagine like just the pain her body has to be in.
that this person can't change their body, whatever, while you guys are in a relationship, or else. I don't know. I was actually gonna say more, but I don't need to, because it's just weird, isn't it?
Well, not everyone can be turned on by a fat person, plain and simple. But the thing is like, okay, yeah, Tess is very pretty, and yeah, she was wearing some pretty lingerie, but the reality is that, you know, I'm attracted to women. I find her pretty, but she would not turn me on, regardless of what nice underwear she's wearing. I would not fuck her, like, basically, because her body just doesn't turn me on. No matter what kind of nice lingerie she picks on it, I would not want to be fucking her. I'm sorry, that's just a personal preference. I find it's just not for me, and that's okay. I'm fairly sure she won't find my body attractive either, and that's cool too. I'm very aware of the fact that the way I look is very particular. I'm an acquired taste, and it's not for everybody, and that's fine, because I don't want everybody to like me. I want only the right people to like me, and if people like me, cool. If you don't like me, if you don't find me attractive, that's also cool.
Hi, hello, good morning. I am just popping on here to remind you that they are not into you. That's why you haven't heard from them. And you are allowed to set a boundary. And when they text you, stay silent.
100%, I agree with her on this. If you follow my vlogs or if you're into my members, I do share a bit of my dating life there, especially in my members' videos. I come off and on TikTok, Tinder all the time. I make it very clear that I'm not looking like for one night stands now. If you are, not judging you, it's just that I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for something a bit more serious and of substance. I was going to say sustenance. I guess that kind of works too, but besides the point. Yeah, if a guy is busy, that they can't message you for like several days, they're not busy. Nobody is that busy that they cannot spare a quick minute in their day to go, hey, hope you have a good day. Hey, hope you had a nice day. Hey, I'm very busy today. Talk to you later. Nobody in the whole world is that busy that they can't spare that. If a person hasn't messaged you for 4, 5, 6 days, they don't care. And if they pop up out of the blue, you know what? It's because they're a loose end. And they think that you probably are going to be able to turn up on the last minute, be available, because they tried other people and they weren't interested. And I'm not about that life. I'm not going to be convenient for people when it suits them. I don't like that. Either you have an interest in me or you don't. And if you are interested in lots of other people, that's fine, but you can cross me off that list. If I like somebody, if I'm getting to know somebody, I always come off Tinder, because I don't know, I'm just that kind of person. I don't feel the need to talk to other people. If it doesn't work out, I'll know that within literally a couple of weeks, because that's normally how long it takes. Then I'll just go back home. It's fine. But I expect the same in return, and maybe I'm weird, but that's just how it is. I think the right person will reciprocate those sentiments to me as well. So,
do you know what I have really appreciated about TikTok that I wasn't expecting? Originally, I was afraid at meeting tamales. You guys know I love tamales. Originally, I was afraid to download TikTok because I really was like,
I don't know what a tamale is actually. I know it's Mexican food. Let me have a look. Oh, interesting. It looks quite nice. Is it nice? It looks quite nice. All fun and games until you get sick. I want to be around for my children.
Weird! You're weird as fuck. Like, you're so fucking weird. Why the fuck do you act like that?
Well, this is the truth though. You are more likely than not to get sick and die of a young age. So I don't know why it's so controversial. You can literally get sick or injured at any time. Yes, says a comment here. Yes, you can get sick and injured at any time. But for example, if I twist my ankle at my current body weight, or Tess twists her ankle, who do you think the repercussions are going to be more serious? Who is more likely to have injury or is more likely to not be able to stand on it? Who can actually like hurple back to wherever they came from? I think she's going to struggle a lot more than I am. For example, that's just that. In general, when you're overweight, if she needs an operation, the doctors are going to struggle a lot more operating on her and sedating her than what they are on somebody like me. well, obviously there's just longevity of life, which is very much an aspect. Hey Daisy, good morning. Have you woken up, my little girl? Good morning, princess. Hey baby. Oh yes, you're a good girl, huh? Yes. So yeah, it's very silly of her to try and ignore or deny this.
Also, can I please just say that men could never, ever deal with the pain that we have from periods. The world would crumble. Like, they can barely keep it together as it is.
I'm kind of lucky that I don't really get period pains or cramps. It's been a long time. I had them the other day for the first time, like when my period came back after my preparations, because when I'm in prep, I get so lean, I don't get periods, which obviously are healthy. Yeah, I'm kind of lucky that I've never really had enormous period problems or pains or like heavy flows. I know that some girls have, I know that some women have terrible issues with that, and that sucks.
Now, obviously, I know that this was intended to be mean, but I just want to say thank you, because actually, it is. During the holidays, so many people struggle, especially when you have an ED.
Oh, I don't doubt she has an eating disorder. It's very clear to look at the size of her. She's just not anorexic.
Because there's so much talk about diets and New Year, New Me coming up and not cheating or feeling guilty. All of those icky.
I do agree that that is a problem. I think just enjoy your Christmas. Doesn't mean you have to eat 10,000 calories, no, but just enjoy the holiday season. Part of the holiday season is going out for drinks, is going out for dinner. You just don't have to use it as an excuse to gorge yourself and basically be a glutton. There's a difference between that and being mindful, but yeah, enjoy yourself. This is what it's all about this time of year.
Diet culture, bullshit, jargon, blah, blah propaganda that's been sold to us. Also, the total irony of you trying to make a joke about me eating too much when the whole video was about me not being able to find those, so therefore I haven't been eating them, but you know. Okay. So thank you so much for the kind words and the love. I really appreciate it. And to anybody that's watching this that might feel a little poo-poo caca because you feel like you can't feed your body the way that you want during the holidays, you can.
Hi.
You absolutely can.
Hello.
And if you want to eat what you want to eat, and you crave what you crave,
Hello.
and you want to put all those things in your mouth, somebody's going to make a joke out of that. Anyway, you can. Okay? Now, obviously, I know that this was intended to be mean.
We have a Daisy.
But
we have a Daisy joining us. Ooh, who is the biggest girl? Oh, cuddles with mummy. Oh, she likes to have the cuddles with mummies. We went on 2 hikes this weekend, didn't we? Yes, before the weather's going to get colder and shitty. 2 hikes we went on. She loved it. My little miss.
I genuinely mean this with every bone in my fat body. But the thing that I find most unfortunate for people that don't like big bitches, such as myself, is what they miss out on by not having folks like us in their life. I can't imagine cutting off an entire group of people and just saying, I don't want to get to know you because of how you look or exist in the world.
There's nothing wrong with being friends with a big person. I would just want to date one. That's it. That's my personal preference. That's all right.
Like, imagine how many blessings I'd be blocking myself from. And honestly, I think that's why half of them are miserable to begin with, because they don't have any fat friends and they're just going around, you know, being miserable and this, that, and the other. And frankly, today I found myself feeling kind of bad for them, but then not really, because I have such a great life and I have such an amazing life and I'm so happy and I'm so loved, and a lot of these people just aren't, you know?
Right guys, we are actually up to date with the test now. So again, it's not a super long video, but you never know with these TikToks. Sometimes I have lots to say and other times I don't. So, on that note, I'm gonna go insert a, I don't know what kind of emoji. What kind of emoji? Daisy, what kind of emoji do the people do? Let's do a half moon. I don't know where that came from, but a half moon emoji. Comment, like, subscribe, dislike the video if you disliked it. Let me know down below why. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.